Alright, let's do this. Let's take a look at Slay the Spire. I did finish Doom, which is why I moved on to Slay the Spire now. Embark on a quest to Slay the Spire. I've played a little bit of this off stream, just to try to familiarise myself with the game. So that's the first character. I've completed it with this character. I don't know whether completed it is the right term, but I've basically defeated 3 bosses. So once you get past the 3rd boss, that's it for your run, and then you restart a new run. I'm on the 2nd character and yet to do it with this character. I got down to close to the 3rd boss, but didn't quite manage to make it that way. So I am attempting again, as this giant whale is asking me. I'm going to obtain... Ooh, I might go for a random relic and lose all my gold. It's so tempting. I love the relics. I'm going to try it. The greed. Whenever you play a power, heal 2 health. That's a really good relic, so I'm happy with that. That's 99 gold for that, basically. So for those of you unfamiliar with this game, it's something similar to the Hearthstone dungeon runs. I'm just going to turn the volume up because I have it on like nothing. So that should do it, I think. Alrighty, so our first creatures in this dungeon run have the intention to attack me, as you can see, but on attack they actually gain block. So you need to do this so you try not to lose any health in the early rounds, but you can actually just nuke him down. But he's not really doing too much damage, so I've got 10 armor that I'm looking for. So what I'm probably going to do is just do some damage, proc both of their abilities, and activate my armor. So I've activated 13 defense, so I should be able to mitigate the damage that they do. Creatures will attack, they will cast debuffs, they will cast buffs on themselves, they will summon minions. There's different types. 1 defense is more than enough for what I'm fighting here. 6 attack kills him. I don't know whether to just not worry about these cards. When you finish with your cards that are given to you, they are put into the discard pile. Once you run out of your draw pile, so I have these cards left, so once I've used up all of these cards, all of your discard pile will be transferred back, so you rotate your cards, apart from certain cards that have the ability to exhaust. So they're powerful cards, but you can only use them once in combat. I'll try to explain this as I go along, what I'm thinking, what my mentality is, and all this kind of stuff, how greedy I'm being. I'm not an expert at this game. I've really only played it for about 4 to 5 hours now, but I feel like that's a good amount of time to understand it to some degree. So that's a shop. We don't have any gold. Not much point going there, so we're going to go to the question mark, which could be a shop potentially. It could be a mystery such as this, which I typically don't pick those ones, or it could be a boss fight, a battle fight. Not a boss fight, but a minion fight. This is a poison run. Yeah, lots of love into poison. Some relics allow you to keep energy for next turn. Flawless, you played everything, haven't you? Backseat gaming me on this. How do I like this game? I like this game a lot, Fluffy. I'm liking it the more I'm playing it. The only downside to it is it doesn't seem to have a windowed mode, because I like to play my Hearthstone. I don't play it anymore because I've been playing this, but I just played the Hearthstone dungeon run over and over. Done it so many times. You walk into a room to find a large hole in the ground. So it's basically a dungeon run where you're literally going through a dungeon. There's different events that occur, so you've got to sort of approach it and try to survive. I've got 70 health, and if you run out of that, then you're dead. And it's not easy to get your health back in this game, so you want to try to hold on to it as much as you can. As you approach the hole, an enormous serpent creature appears from within. Oh, yo! Hello, hello, what have we got here? Hello, adventurer. I ask a simple question. The most fulfilling of lives is that in which you can buy anything. Do you agree? I actually have never had a curse, and I really don't want a curse, even if it gets me 175 gold. At the end of your turn, gain 1 week. I think that's too powerful. I don't know whether that card rotates, so it plays in your hand once, and then it goes back into your discard pile, and it can potentially come back, but I'm not taking the risk. 1 week is not that bad, says Flawless. True. But I don't really want any debuffs to worry about, because I'm greedy. Well, if I was really greedy, I would have gone for the Goud. This guy loves to buff up his damage, so you can do as much damage as you can on the first run, because when they're buffing themselves, you're free to attack them pretty much, unless they've got some sort of protection. So I'm going to neutralize him a little bit. I'm going to apply some poison, and I'm just going to put the shields on. You only really need 1 shield to mitigate the armor, the damage that he does, but it all goes into the discard pile anyway. Okay, so he's got 27 health. Now he's got up to 9 damage. Poison does damage over time, and every time you apply it, it will do that much damage that it has. So it'll do 4 damage at the moment because there's 4 stacks of it. So I really like the poison build. The second character is really cool. People were telling me that. First character heals himself after combat, but this character is much more interesting, I think. So Survivor is 8 blocks. So I'm going to have to take... No, I won't have to take actually any damage here. I'm going to try to be as protective as possible. Sometimes you might think, well, I'll just take 1 or 2 damage to get an extra 6 damage in on him. But I'm pretty confident I can get through this, kill him, and not take any damage. You want to play it as safe, really, if you can help it. So he's going to take 8 damage next turn. So he's pretty much dead if I do this. 8 damage from the poison. And he's gone. And I've still got 70 health. You can pick up your gold. You get potions. So that fills all of your potions with... oh, that's cool. That's a good one that is to have, considering I've only got 1 item. And you can choose a card after each run. So you build up your cards, you build up your relics, you build up your potions, your gold, etc, etc. Right, dagger spray. That's kind of cool. I'm skeptical about this one, because I went on a run where I did a lot of this, and it just didn't work out for me. I'm tempted to more go for dagger spray, even though Flawless said the other 2. I'm going with dagger spray. Screw that Flawless guy. Alright, so fill your empty potion slots with random potions. I'm going to get 3 potions just from this one. That's a really good potion to get. Some of them not so good. So I'm just going to drink that now. The only downside to doing that is if I do get a potion from this, you can't pick it up because you've got 3 full potions. So you might want to use this if you need to. Right. This guy intends to attack. I can probably kill him. That's 3 damage. That's 9 damage. That's more than enough damage, basically. So that would be 8 damage. 14 damage. And this guy's going to apply a debuff, I think, on me. A negative effect. So, may as well just... That's not worth it, actually. Strike is better. This does 3 damage and applies 1 week. But 1 week only lasts for 1 turn, which is basically effectively this turn. Oh! The reason why that would be worth it is because it's 0 mana. My bad. Some cards are 0 mana, which means you may as well play them anyway. Because they're only going to go into the discard pile. Unless they're exhaust cards. So when I get exhaust cards, I'll show you more about how that works. So our 8 armor is going to protect versus his 7 damage. He's applied weakened on me, which means I do 25% less damage with my attack cards. Well, this one... Ah, I've lost it, see? So we can just kill him anyway. So the first few rounds are obviously going to be quite easy. Just your way to pick up a few cards and work your way through. But you will come across some bosses or some minions that are just going to give you so much trouble you had no idea. Like, you can... It's not too RNG based. I feel like this game is pretty fair for the most part. But you can get a little bit screwed. So, neutralize, defend. I'm going to take quite a lot of damage unless I kill one of them. He's going to have effectively 16 health. So that's 3, 7, 10, 15. Although that would kill him. So that would kill him, doing that, and then I'll have enough to get defend and take 1 damage. If I'm thinking about this correctly. Oh, actually I can just use Survivor, which is a stronger block, but you discard a card. Sometimes discard mechanics are quite good in this, though. Depends how you build your deck. It's a little bit like the Warlock deck, except better than that, because the Warlock one still doesn't work, the discard thing. High Rise is excited. He's wanted me to stream this for a while. My webcam isn't too much in the way. All it shows you is the amount of energy I have. So I'm just thinking about whether I can temporarily just move my webcam. Just like over here will do. So you can just get a bit more of an idea. I'm not too worried about... let's see the Warcraft 3. Okay. There we go. Something like that will do for now. Alright. Deadly Poison. We could play this safe and use 2 blocks to make sure we don't take damage from him. And I think that's worth it because I can probably kill him next turn anyway. So I wouldn't normally be this protective. I'll be a bit more greedy and take some damage and do more damage, but I know I can... I want to get far. I want to see if I can go through all of the bosses. So he's going to pretty much die, this guy. So yeah, you can take... Otherwise I would have taken 1 damage. Just be safe. Right. Once you get to this stage and you've got 3 potions, you can choose to discard and take a different one. So since I'm a poison character, I'm going to go with... Actually, Gambler's Brew. I use that one rarer, more rarer than Attack Potion. Deal 5 damage if the enemy is weak. Gain this. So you would need to make sure you get weak cards. Otherwise, that's not that good. But it's still good enough, I think. Now this is an elite enemy, as you can see on the east-hand side. These are just normal enemies, so these ones are tougher. If you go to the campfire... You can basically either choose to rest to regain 20%, 25% of your health, or you can smith a card. Since I got full health, I'm tempted to, although I can just go here and smith and then take this on. The first run is typically the easiest, so it might be worth trying to kill as many elites as you can for the opportunity, because elites should drop a relic, and a relic is something that affects every single combat that you go into. This guy's tough. He caused me trouble last time. I think you need to kill him quickly, in my experience, because he just gets stronger and stronger as it goes. I don't have the ability to apply weak, unfortunately. If I had that, I could do that plus this, and that would be pretty awesome. So we're just going to have to go with damage. And the downside is, this character doesn't have many awesome cards yet. You get more awesome cards as you go. You get these basic ones to start off with. Right, I'm going to apply poison. And I think I'm just going to sit tight for the moment. I said they should. Is there a chance? What do you mean they should? What was I talking about? Gain 5 dexterity. I haven't got much armor, so it's not worth using the dexterity. Dexterity increases the armor you get. Ah, now we're talking. Deal 10 damage. If you have discarded a card... I don't have the ability to discard a card, unfortunately, but it's still 10 damage. So by weakening him, he's now doing a little bit less damage. I'm still going to take 5 damage by the looks of it. But the poison is stacking up lovely. Ah, the only downside is that I forgot to mention that. That's why this guy gets strong. Whenever you play a skill... he gains 2 strength. So by me gaining 5 block, he gets 2 strength, which means 2 more damage. So I'm wondering if that's just not worth it. I think that's the mistake I made last time, is trying too much to block damage. You just got to take it and burst him down. You say it is worth it, but he stacks, he keeps that damage, and he gets stronger and stronger. So I'd rather do 6 damage than mitigate effectively 3 damage. Because he's getting 2 strength. This is a situation where I might have to block, but it's okay. Deal 5 damage. Huh, he should technically die from this. No, he shouldn't, because I thought I was going to 19. That's okay. I could take that just for the sake of getting enough armor to protect myself and not lose too much health. Seems a little bit of a waste, though. I basically made a little bit of a mistake there. I don't think it's... I'll just go with it. We'll try and kill him next turn, which we should be able to. Just going to take a bit of damage now. No flawless, it's not worth it. Okay. Oh, at the start of each combat, healed 2 health. So that's not as good as this one, as you can see, because that heals every time you do a power card. So the more power cards you have power, skill, and attack. But that's still good. Oh, I love this one. I'll try to get as many of those as I can. That's basically going to apply poison at the start of every turn. So power cards are really good. You want as many of those as you can find, really. They cost you a lot of mana. They don't have too much of an impact at the start, but as the game goes on, they get more and more useful. Right. 28 health, 26 health. What these do is when they die, they apply to vulnerable, which means you take 50% extra damage. Kind of nasty. I'm going to do maybe 2 defenses and set up poison on you. And maybe damage you. I don't know whether to spread or not. Yeah, we'll go with 2 defense. So I took 2 damage overall there. Poison is set up on this guy. He's going to do damage. We're going to activate this. We're going to set up poison on him as well. I'm going to spread it a little bit more. We're going to go for, well, Survivor, yes. Because that's going to defend. So now I've taken that power card. At the start of my turn, I apply 2 poison to all enemies. So you see this poison? That's gone up by 2 each. So now he takes 5 damage at the end of the turn, 6 damage. And when they take that damage from poison, it goes down by 1. But you can keep sort of applying poison, so it's so good. Right, he's going to do 9 damage, so we're going to neutralize him, which reduces the damage he's going to do. 1 defense should help. And we'll go with Dagger Spray. Could actually just kill him, to be honest. So that was one thing you could do. You could defend, but if you do another strike, he's guaranteed to die. And this one's not doing damage, so he's going to apply vulnerable to me. So if this one was going to do like something like 10 damage, I'd end up taking like 15 damage or whatever it is. So you've got to be careful with that. But because he's going to cast a buff on himself, I'm safe. The blood file interacts with a random event. So it might be worth checking the question mark on the map. I didn't know that. Draw 3 cards, that's nice. So this is unplayable. If this card is discarded from your hand, draw 1 card. So that's again another reason why you might want to go down to discard. But I don't like that enough. So I'm going to go with Blur. There's another elite. 53 health is not too bad. It's never too bad to go to a campfire though either, because you can upgrade one of your cards. If I go down this path, I'm going to fight versus 2 elites. And there's no healing for some time, so I don't think I can do that. So you've got to pay attention to the map a little bit. I think it's probably better just to go for the campfire rather than a normal minion camp, because I can upgrade. Smith, find a card that you like, upgrade it. So that's what I would go for, Noxious Fumes. The only downside with a card like Noxious Fumes is if it's at the back of your pile, it's not that good. Also, this looks like a good chest. Whenever you discard a card during your turn, game free block. Not the best relic. Not for me, anyway. There's another opportunity to... That would take me to a merchant now. But it would also take me to another campfire after that. I can get 2 campfires. Or minions. I'm going to go with the multiple campfires. And just beast up my poisons. Or do I? Yeah. There's better cards, to be fair, to boost up. I might be able to buy one from the merchant here. Oh, Caltrops. That's so good. There's some creatures that it's sometimes bad against. You've got to be careful with some of the buffs that you get. There's creatures that have this Fawn's armor, and every time you do damage to them, they reflect damage back. So when you do damage, and that's damage from any source, you could end up killing yourself accidentally. So sometimes he has stuff on sale. Can only be played if there are no other cards in your hand. I have found some use for that, but it's not always easy to make use of. I would definitely go for this though. And I can still afford that if I really want. But I'm not too worried about it. 0 mana though, there's not much to lose if you do have this card. If you can't use it, you can't use it. I think I would go for it actually. Now I'm going to Smith Caltrops. So now it deals 5 damage. That is really strong. Really, really strong. So it's a good so far. We've got question mark. Doesn't matter which way we go, really. You want to leave the question marks after the minions, because sometimes the question marks could be like a random healer or something like that that costs you gold to heal. Not that I got gold for it. Right. Let's neutralize you. I think I'm just going to burst him down, and I'll take 2 damage. Okay. So every time he attacks you, he steals gold. The irony is he's not stealing any gold. So I wonder if because you get your gold back if you kill him. So I wonder if I'm going to get any gold. Depends how it's worked. Right. I can't play that unless you have a way to increase the amount of energy you have. I don't know if it's really worth going for this. I'm probably not going to worry about that because it's too slow. That's the problem with that card. This guy's going to be dead by the time it's really worth it, in my opinion. Right. Caltrops. That's 5 damage every time he attacks. But again, we're just going to put the punishment on him. And he's dead next turn anyway, pretty much. Although he does get a bit of armor, but it's still not going to be enough. So technically I could just end the turn and he should die from that. Ah, I don't get any gold back because he didn't steal anything in the first place. Okay, I was wondering if it would work that way. This I really like. All enemies lose 6 strength. Sometimes there's lots of rounds where the enemies have crazy amounts of strength, which means you're going to take a lot of damage. So it's really nice to be able to protect first as that. Cost 1 less for each card discarded. I'm not really discarding enough cards. Question mark. You come across an inconspicuous pedestal with a shining gold idol sitting peacefully atop. It looks incredibly valuable. You sure don't see any traps nearby. And typically when you go for this, you will take damage and it's going to be quite hefty, but I'm going to do it. I never lose maximum health. I'm so greedy. I always want max health. And I don't ever want curses, so my choice is pretty obvious. Take damage, and it's not too much. 17 damage. I've seen worse. So now I pretty much have to heal. I'm going to go into the boss fight with not full health, but hopefully it should be enough. Although this is a... Oh no, this is sad fight. Yeah, he's not too bad actually. Yeah, slime boss isn't too bad. So when he gets to half his health, he's going to split into 2 smaller slimes that have the same current health that he's currently at when he does the split. Now we're just going to apply our awesome powers. And enjoy. It doesn't matter whether you kill this boss on 1 health, because once you get past the 16th floor, like there's 3 different stages, and this is like the last boss of the first stage. You'll start the next run with full health, but all your cards that you've gathered and stuff like that. So I'll just go full damage, and we can get that one because that gives me block as well at the end of the turn. So I really want to get him to like 70 health. If you're worried about this, you want to proc his healing though. But I'm not too worried about it. I don't think the poison carries over though. That's the only downside. He's going to take 16 damage. He's going to be on 91 health. 85 health. If I take the dexterity, I get a lot of block. 25 block. So now I'm only going to take 10 damage. And he took damage from doing damage. He's going to take 18 damage at the end of this turn. So no matter what, he's going to go into split mode. So we may as well just flat out damage him. So he should have 50 health on his 2 little minions now. Right, that one's going to do some damage. That one's going to debuff me. Let's reduce the damage you do. They also cast things like this. They put cards into your pack, which you don't want. Just takes up space. You think focus on the grey one? We'll see about that. The grey, I suppose to be fair, the grey one lowers my armour. But also, this guy's doing an attack, and they typically swap. So the one that's doing attack will probably cast a spell next turn. So he's going to cast a... He's going to do damage next turn, which could be a lot. So hopefully we could actually just kill him before he can actually get anything out of it. But he's still got 33 health. I don't think I have enough cards that do enough damage. Yeah, he's doing 16 damage now. Of course we can't get rid of that, can we? So we can't play this. And my defense is weak because they've applied Frail on me. 25% less block. Don't have much of a choice. 2 of those only gives me 6 armor. When they get to half health though, they also split, so he's not going to do his damage because he got to... I procced his ability to split. $14, $20. I think we'll just do some damage to you. And you take the poison damage there as well before you do your split. So how are you guys liking this so far? This Hearthstone texture pack looks amazing. Yeah, this Warcraft 3 mod is amazing. Okay, so 3 damage, 3 damage. I only need to do 5 damage. That's 4 damage. So that's not enough. Although I do Thorns damage, so they're going to kill themselves on me anyway. Yeah, I'm not in trouble. I'm not going to lose to this boss, so I'm just gonna go and spread the damage. This boss is pretty much taken care of. Looks like Darkest Dungeon, but with cards. Yeah, it basically is very similar. That's another thing that made me think about. I like Darkest Dungeon, but I prefer the cards mechanic than the Darkest Dungeon attacking mechanic. Music's pretty epic. Whenever you play a card, gain 1 block. Again, it's not too expensive, and after a long fight, that stacks up. It's not amazing, but you cannot draw any cards. This turn reduce the cost of all cards in your hand to 0. That's pretty amazing, though. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Right, some of these, strangely enough, are sometimes negative. You've got to be careful what you pick. They're not always good. They sometimes have like a negative connotation to them. Eternal Feather. For every 5 cards in your deck, heal 2 health whenever you rest. So if I've got 30 cards, I'm going to heal 6 times 2, 12 health. Gain at the start of each turn, but you can no longer smith. That's not that bad, though, because sometimes you don't always have the luxury of smithing. You just want to heal. Potions always drop after combat. I picked that up once before, but the potions I got weren't too great. So that's basically an extra 12 health, roughly. Or I think I go with this. That's at the start of each turn. That's really powerful. That's just an extra energy, which can make or break whether you're going to do enough damage to keep a mob under control or get enough armor. So you choose your path. I think the left path is typically what I just go for, though. The odd question marks there as well. Let's go down the middle at the left, though. How about that? All energy buffs have consequences. That one isn't bad. Oh, this guy's annoying. So he attacks, and he's going to use a buff. And he also gains block at the end of his turn. Losing health from an attack reduces plated armor by 1, so he gets 14 armor at the end of each turn. Luckily, I've got at least caltrops to put down. And we're going to stack up some poison on him. And we're going to do some damage. I could play it super safe and make sure I definitely don't take any damage. The dagger spray is not going to do anything because it's got block anyway. So I think we go for the defense. Yeah, damage some armor. Exactly. You don't even exhaust this skill, so you may as well just use it, because it's going to go back into your discard pile either way. Although the irony is it doesn't make a difference. Each of these cost 1, didn't they? OP. If you pick more expensive cards, probably yes. Noxious Fumes, yes please. So they all don't always do flat 10 damage, they do sometimes 6 times 2 or 2 times 6. So you've got to pay attention to that. It's 6 damage done twice, basically. Well, I get to play this as well, which is nice. And that, lose 6 strength, so the first one is what that strength refers to. So now he's going to do 0 times 2 damage. So he's not even going to do any damage, and the best thing about that is I've got Thorns, which is the Caltrops. So he's going to hit me twice and take 10 damage in total from it. Even though he's doing 0 damage. Get wrecked. See? Right. Do we just flat out go for damage? Nah. We got this guy more or less under control. The poison's taking care of business here. 2 damage is acceptable. Hey! He's dead anyway, but we'll just play our stuff. Because it's fun. Ah! Hello, John Kaya. Add a random skill? Sure. I always like this one. You can sometimes buff the cards, depending on how things go for you. Oh, these guys. If you hit them 3 times, they'll land on the ground. They're quite nasty, but they're also terrible versus Caltrops. And I don't have Caltrops. Oh. Caltrops destroys these guys. They hit you 5 times. Oh no. 1 times 5. Yeah, 1 damage 5 times. Yeah, Caltrops actually crushes them. Piercing also destroys them a little bit. But if you hit 3 times, you'll be fine. Ah. I guess that wasn't 3 times. The poison doesn't count as a hit. I'll just go with this then. Make sure they don't do any damage. Caca! Dagger spray's very good. So if I hit this guy, he should hit the ground. And now he's not able to do his attack and he's stunned. Loving the poison on that first one. Second one could be annoying though. Let's see what he's going to do. Bullet time. Again, useless. Why did I pick this card? Well, I need to play it because I need no other cards anyway. Right. I mean, all of this is just going to crush. First one's wrecked anyway. The nice thing is they take the poison damage first before they go and activate their ability, their debuff, their attack. They don't look so well, do they? Ah, there's Caltrops. Bit late now, though. But, you know, why not? You're going to just die to poison, to be fair, over time. Not this turn, but eventually. So it's all about control if you want to get from the start to the end. Although things can quickly get out of control. You might look at, oh, I've got 70 health, I'm okay. But the next fight might put you down to like 26 health and you're like, damn. Ah. I think I'll get rid of the strength. Ooh. Deal 3 damage 5 times. That can be really strong sometimes. Not in the case that I have, though. But if you sometimes have an ability or a power or something like that that says your cards that do 5 or less damage, 4 or less damage, always do 5. So you would do 5 damage instead of 3 every time. Right, I've got 4 health. Don't need to go to the merchant yet. There's some nice question marks, though. This is a nice path. Lots of question marks, lots of campfires. So I still might go down here. I feel like I'm missing out on killing some more minions, though, for gold. Caltrops again. I will take that. But I can't smith anymore, so I can't upgrade those caltrops. That's the only downside. And these are like really powerful cards. They're colourless cards. They cost 0. I always try to look at this. If your health is at 50% at the end of combat, heal 12. Whoa, does that count every time on combat? That's really good. I've not seen that before. At the start of each combat, you get a random colour, so you get a random one of these. So I always try to get these if I can, but you obviously need gold for it. And I'm not doing too well for gold. Yeah, I've had that card before my first run. My viewers can pick cards. Oh my god. There's a Twitch interaction. Well, let's not do it this time, but maybe next time. I'm greedy. I always go for max health in the end game, but... What does the golden idol do? Enemies drop 25% more gold. A special relic's interesting, though. What do you think? I've not seen special relic before. As you gently set the idol onto the altar, a cold wind swirls throughout the room. The arms of the statue begin to discolour and crumble. Your golden idol begins to dull in colour and begins bleeding from its eyes. The bleeding never ceases. Whenever you gain gold, heal. So basically, effectively after every fight, I'm going to heal 5 health. It's not bad. So I could have a fight here instead of a question mark. Let's try a question mark again now. It's always typically worth it to go for question marks, although they're not always good. Offer gold. Now this is interesting, because I wonder if that would be 150 gold if I had 150 gold. Because I've not got much gold, I might get something good here. So either it's exactly or it's just whatever you've got. As you attempt to sneak past a group of shrouded figures, a naked red skinny man approaches you. Got any jacks, friend? I got the shakes bad. Please, maybe some coin. He seems delusional but harmless. I think we're going to get a relic from him. Ah, this is a good one. But it's RNG. Every 5 turns, gain 1 intangible. Intangible means that you take 1 damage maximum from any enemy. Oh no, the only thing I can do is rest, and I've got 4 health. That's the first time I've gone to a campfire and got nothing out of it. Upon pickup, upgrade 2 random attacks. Nice, that's not bad. Ah, a shop, but I can't do nothing here. Ah, I can't afford anything. Oh, so much poison. The merchant's card removal service now always costs 50 gold. I almost never use that though. Alright. So 3 minions and a mob. 3 enemies and an elite. 3 enemies and an elite. Question mark. So it's the same, really. At least this one I can choose whether I want to go for another elite, though. And we fight the elite at the start. Right. This is good. I start my turn with 2 extra cards, and I got bullet time, so finally bullet time's paying off. Ah. Now, he has 2 minions. They run away if you kill him. So I'm just going to basically beeline on this guy and ignore these 2. You can kill them, but he'll summon some more, but he won't do it immediately. Ah, you know what I should have done? I should have drawn more cards. And then I could have used that. Apply 3 poison to a random enemy 3 times. Sweet, he got 2 of them. I'm actually curious. I'm going to take this just to see whether that also gets the benefit. Oh. What happened? I wanted to see whether 3 cards would come through and they'd still be on 0 health. 0 mana. Bullet time doesn't allow you to draw. Ah, I didn't read the small print. You cannot draw any cards this turn. Right. The small print. Misplay. Mislethal. These guys will die to the poison anyway, eventually. You can neutralize them to reduce the damage you're taking. Because I'm weakened, this isn't so strong. I think I'd still go for that, though. There's a really strong card. It's Envenom, 2 mana. It's like a power card. And every time you attack an enemy that doesn't block, you apply poison. If he does buff these guys, I can always kill him, maybe. We'll see. Right, Caltrops would have been really good at the start of the run, but that's not too terrible to get him now. So you could just do this. This is like why it's such a good skill. I would take so much damage, but now I've got this. Mwah. Suddenly incredibly good. And I'll probably go with the... That's the upgraded strike though. 6 damage or 5 block. I guess 5 block. Nice. That's the good one. I don't really have anything to play here. Do I really need to play anything now? Like, do I need to use a potion? Not really. I think I'm more or less gonna deal with this guy in a second. Soon. Next turn I've got him tangible anyway, I think. So even if he does do damage, it's only gonna do 1. We are done, mate. Oh, you don't know what he's going to do. But yeah, see. I've got intangible now. So he couldn't hurt me anyway, even if he wanted to. But you're dead anyway, mate. Get wrecked. Not too bad. Ah, he's summoning. At the start of your turn. Oh, I like this one. Deal 3 damage to all enemies. It's Caltrops. Oh no. I can't keep picking Caltrops. Can I? I'm gonna have too many of them. Deal 13 damage to all enemies. Oh man. In an abandoned temple you find a giant book open riddled with cryptic right. Oh, this is dangerous if you read this. But I'm going to do it. As you try to interpret the elaborate shift and morph. You have to keep doing this. And you can obtain the book. The first attack played each turn that costs 2 or more is played twice. When you take this relic, become cursed. Oh, I don't want fucking curses. What's the curse though? Is that now, have I got a curse in my pack? Unplayable, there is no escape from this curse. I don't know what that does then. Okay, this guy's going to attack 3 times. So, a couple of caltrops should do it. Bit of poison. May as well apply a little bit of weak and reduce health. Looks good to me. He's going to destroy himself. On taking attack damage, gain 3 blocks. And each time you attack him, he gets more armor each time. Caltrops again. Lots of defense. I could have actually activated the dexterity, which would have given me a lot more armor, but I think we're okay. Bang! Deal 10 damage to the enemy's poison. Deal it again. Right, I typically try to kill this one because he's going to buff and heal all the time. It's very annoying. I got none of my cool cards to start off with though, which is a shame. You guys focus on the big guy, do you? Nah, my experience, I go for the little one. I've got intangible, baby. Don't worry about it. Cast is more annoying in my opinion. Stop being filthy casuals. It's not really worth it. It overkills. This does 6 damage, this does 10. So doing 6 damage on that is pointless. Might as well do 10 damage because the 10 is going to just kill. See? Caster dealt with. Knight is no problem. Easy. Ah. Bloody curses. See, this is why I don't like curses. They just mess you up. I don't want anything that does it. I think it might be too late for this one, but it's not necessarily not worth playing, you know, it's still... This guy's going to hit me hard next turn. There's not much I can do first, is that? This one I'm going to have to take a hit on. No one likes being cursed. Right. I've got 4 energy anyway, so again this card... Is there any point? I guess... This is bad though. Oh, it's not that bad. Because he's going to die in the first hit. So he's only going to do 8 damage to me rather than the 24. See? So that's not too bad. Draw cards until you have 6 in hand. Deal 7 damage X times. We'll try that one and see if we can boost it. I don't know. I'm not a fan of really any of those. Expertise plus bullet time. Yeah, I suppose. I don't think I've got enough health to risk another elite, even though I want as many relics as possible. But there's nothing to say that the next normal mobs aren't tough. These ones aren't though. So that's okay. The downside is I've got crappy cards. The good side is I've got this. So let's do this. Is it worth it? Not really. Take the damage. Take the hit. Take it for the team. Save it for the boss. Right. We want to kill one of these. And then maybe actually use this and that. I don't know how much damage I want to take. Not much, really. So that's 9, 15, 21. It's not enough to kill him, though. Yeah, this is bad. I'm going to take some damage here. Let's just spread the damage then. Somewhat. Yeah, this is not good. I'm not really drawing what I need. Almost. I could have messed that up. Because you've got to discard a card when you do that one. Well, this one. Damage and poison. We're not going to have too much health for the last boss, so the run could end here. I'm not very familiar with this boss. That's a good start though, apart from the poison. The downside is you're going to negate free debuffs. So you can see I've managed to get through 2 of them. I'm going to be invincible next turn, so hopefully he goes for an attack. He doesn't attack for much. Oh no, he would have, but it's 1 damage. Caltrops is in effect, boys. I wonder whether to go for the minions or not though. Or just beeline for the boss. I don't know with this one. They got a fair chunk of health though, so it's not going to be too easy to kill them. This arrow seems to be enjoying itself. Oh! What's going on? Oh, to be fair, they can sort of kill themselves on my thorns a little bit. What's happened to my poison anyway? On death, riddle with holes is returned to your hand. The wailing would be really good right now, but I don't have it. There we go. Oh, lovely. Good timing for you, my friend. This bloody discard, though. Say no to armor. Alright, he's going to keep buffing himself though, so he's going to get stronger after a while. Caltrops, thank you. They're not doing any attacks, so that's nice for me. It's a skewer for the rest of it. How come that does it twice? Deal 7 damage X times. I thought X always meant how much energy you had. Oh, I have something. The first attack you played... Oh, I wasn't paying attention to that properly. I should do that more. Yeah, I should pay attention to that more. First attack played each turn that costs 2 or more. That's because I don't have any cards that cost 2 more, so I don't notice it that much. That was totally worth it, wasn't it? I remember when you said do it. 30 armor. What's with the 51 damage? You're gonna die to the poison. May as well just keep the poison up on you. And defend. This doesn't seem fair. Well, that was good. Thanks for that, mate. At least he's stunned now. Jeez. It's time to hit him where it hurts. Oh, thanks for all the defense cards whilst he's stunned. RNG kicking my ass. Oh yeah, I was invincible as well on that turn. So yeah, RNG can really kick the shit out of you. Skewer would be the one to go for, wouldn't it, really? It's going to do 7, 14, 28, 56 damage, theoretically. 56 damage. 59, 79. That should kill him. People were saying do Bane first, though. But I'm pretty sure that kills him, doesn't it? Yeah, see. Who's that saying Bane? Oh. Bloody hyper beam. Don't have that much gold though. Die, die, die. Deal 13. Oh, that's the one. Whenever an attack deals unblocked damage, apply 1 poison. That's really nice if you can get that. It's very slow to start. Deal 13 damage to all enemies. That's pretty good though. I've had this apply 6 points when the enemy dies. Deal damage to all enemies equal to its max health. I've had something like that, which is not like that is. It does, you multiplies the amount of poison you have and then does that damage to all units on a target. I can't remember what card it was, but it was really good. Well, at least we got through to the 3rd stage. That's cool. Show you guys that guy. Snecko Isle. Snecko Eye. Draw 2 additional cards. No thanks. Because the confused thing means that you get randomized costs. And random is RNG, and we don't want RNG. Choose and add 5 cards to your deck. That's alright, unless the cards are crap. The more cards you throw in your deck, the harder it is to reach the ones that you like. So I don't really like that too much. Gain at the start of each turn. You can no longer see enemy intents. I don't think that's very... I mean, I like it, but I don't want to not know what they're doing. I think this is the one to go for. So you get this as 0 mana, 11 damage. So that's already paid for itself. And these are stronger cards as well. That's a more powerful. Next turn, gain that. That's okay, unless your next turn you can't do shite. I'll go with that though, just to see if it works out for me. Caltrops, no. Right. Maybe the middle path? Middle, that. You go down a lot of monsters that way. This one has a lot of question marks. But it's a very linear path. There's 2 healing though. So I think this one. Strength up. I just gave him a cheeky jab, did I? At the end of its turn, gains 3 strength, so it's just going to get stronger and stronger. The enemy intends to inflict a negative effect and attack for 10. Oh, the plays! At the shop considered removing some of the 1 mana attacks. True that. I've never really removed cards. I could do that and get some sick armor. Depends how much of a good start I want. Do I need a good start? I'm going to take how much damage? 6, 11, 16. So I'm only going to take 2 damage. I won't be able to do that though, if I go with that. It's 15 damage. I'll go with that. Ah. Yeah, boy. Oh, that's nice. Oh well, I think you're dead, aren't you? Although before I do that, don't I heal whenever I play a power? So I should try to look for power cards if I had any left to spell. Ah. I didn't get enough power cards though, did I really? You heal when you pick up money. Oh, that's true. How much was it? 6 heal when I pick up money. 5. While walking and traversing through the chaos of the Spire, your thoughts suddenly begin to feel very real. Imaginings of monsters and riches begin to manifest themselves into reality. The sensation is quickly fleeting. What do you do? I am war. Receive a rare relic, or maybe... 999 gold though. You could buy 4 or 5 relics with that. Well, 3 of them really. 3 or 4. What do you think? It's between these two for me. Receive a relic, but I have to fight a boss. Or get... I don't know what 2 normality is. Normality is terrible. Don't pick it. Okay. Oh, this boss isn't too bad actually. From my experience of previous fights. Unless he causes me trouble this time. So, this is where this ability in Venom is really strong. Is if you have abilities that attack multiple times. I know that this is going to give me free next turn, but this is going to really stack up the poison quick. It seems a shame though. I can't go for... I'm going to still go with this. Oh yeah, it does it twice. Jesus. I keep forgetting about that. So he's got 11 poison on like turn 1. Hey, thank you. You gave me 2 of these. I was really just hoping I get 1 of them. And now he's going to... Oh, I don't have my... Oh, I do have my Caltrops. It's not the powerful one, but... That music is so epic. Oh, this guy's getting destroyed. He's going to do a negative effect of 6 damage. Stop. Bullet time. I could use the artifact to not take a negative effect, but I'm not too worried. You say save them for the real boss, but you can get multiple potions in a run, so you don't always want to have too many potions. Ah, another... This is why this ability is so bloody good. It saves your ass so much. I really like Piercing Whale. Oh, he's intangible. This guy's destroyed now. 70 health versus first major boss.
Bane! The Phoenix rises! Take back your city, Gotham!
At the start of each combat, gain 5 plated. So that's just 5 armor, but it's still 5 armor nonetheless.
Yeah.
You happen upon a group of what? Oh yeah! If you give them something fancy, they'll give you something fancy. But it's also a way to get rid of a crap card if you don't want it. Is there an expensive card that I actually don't like that much? Bullet time, baby. Bullet time's done alright for me at some points, but... Let's do it. Max health 10 and you're healed. It is done. Okay. These guys they link with one another. If other enemies are still alive, revive in 2 turns. So it's like the Molten Core puppies in Molten Core. This is where you need whale. And you guys saying I was so lucky with my whale cards. Where are they now? I could kill one of them practically. I got 7 mana. It's a skewer. But I can't play that until I've done... Oh yeah, I can play that afterwards.
Bang!
I might want to kill this one. Although it depends how much armor I get. Gain 5 block at the end of your turn. Oh, you get it. Oh, right, I see. I thought it was just a one-off. So I got 11 armor. That mitigates you. So you do 16 damage. So that would help. I'm just going to go for the protection. He's going to die, actually. But to be fair, he's going to do... Yeah, there's not much I can do about that. So you either do 21 damage and almost kill him, or just lose 9 damage on this one, but bring his health down. I would stab the fat one. So I've got to kill these in 2 turns now. Otherwise he comes back and you just keep rinsing and repeating it. I'll have it so you die. So he's got 11 health. He dies to the poison. And then I've got to kill this guy next turn. Oh, never mind. That doesn't always work how I think it works. It's typically like 1 turn, really. But that's okay, he's only got 22 health. And this guy's dead to the poison. Okay, well that works. Sometimes it's a bit confusing. That deals 14 damage to all enemies, which is really good, but discards a random card. You don't get to choose. I think I'm going to go with this in the hopes that I can get him Venom. Proc first. Big chest. Hey! 94. Nice. I'll take it. The rest is useless though. Where's my mango, man? Ah. At least that cursed card doesn't stay in your hand as well. So they put these burn cards that if you draw them, they're going to deal damage to you at the end of your turn. Unless you can discard them. That's where the discard thing comes in handy. I'm going to take some damage here. I think you're going to take damage no matter what. Does that dexterity work with my plated armor? Ah. This is still 10 armor though at the next turn. Ah, never mind. No, it doesn't, but I'm gonna lose that armor anyway. I'm gonna take some damage here. No, I can't do anything here. I'm going to avoid whatever the debuff is. Nasty. Alright, I'm going to heal back a fair chunk, at least. And it's your max health that your heal is based off, so that's really nice. Oh, hello there, Envenom. Enemies with weak deal 50% less damage rather than 25%. Weakened creatures deal 25%. Okay. I don't have that much weak though. Again, Piercing Whale is always the way to go there. You're not going to convince me to go for weak. Why enemies sometimes have a red sword or a clever or a scimitar? I think that depends on the type of attack that they're using. I'm not always sure. Like how many times they attack and stuff. 28 health. Not bad. 79 health out of 94. As long as we don't lose too much health. Depends on the damage. Right, there we go. Ah, this is the one that you've got to be careful. I had one where I had a power. Every time I attack, I deal 1 damage. But then these creatures had like 3 damage back. So it's very nasty. 2 Caltrops is pretty awesome, even if it is the weaker ones. Piercing Whale. You done the good thing. You done the right thing, Piercing Whale. I very rarely, I don't think I've ever had one of these blow up, but they will blow up after a certain amount of turns. They're not too scary in my experience. I'm not even sure if I needed that armor. Ah, now I do. Because I take damage anyway from doing the attack because of his thorns doing 5 damage back to me. So the more poison I can get, the better. Which is why you really want fumes. Because that automatically casts poison on him each turn. That guy's going to blow up. So we want to kill him. That doesn't... I hate this. This doesn't help me at all. And that one's going to blow up, so I need to kill it anyway. Unless... How do I cancel out of that? I don't think I can cancel it now I started it. Because I could have done the weak thing. Draw a card. Oh, you can discard it. I thought it says there's no escape from this curse. I just assumed that you couldn't get rid of that one. This is going to hurt me, but I've still got to take the damage. It almost might be worth just using this. Just get rid of them, but I should save that for the boss as well. 20 damage is pretty good. It means you can't get it from your deck. Okay. So these guys are going to pretty much kill themselves anyway. Four cards is a lot. I need heals. Badly. I need gold. I have an opportunity for gold. There we go. I'm never taking that one. So I should heal. Yeah. Sounds like World of Warcraft music. 416 gold. Yeah, bitch. Let's take a look at the map. Yep, that's the last shop I'm going to come across. Gain 30 gold. You are 10% more likely. So I'm going to heal if I just pick that. But the gold doesn't do anything for me. That's literally just a heal. 6 health or whatever. 5 health. That's really good. When viewing your draw pile, the cards are now shown in order. Skill is piercing whale. I could always choose piercing whale. If I don't get it. I think this and this. At the end of your turn, retain up to 1 card. To pocket a whale every turn. Oh yeah. That's if I draw it. Alright. Well, it leaves me shy in the gold though. Yeah, just get the potions, I think. Healed up. Pretty sweet. Should be able to go into the... Unless these guys kick my ass. Ah. Ideally, you want to kind of proc that so that turns on the boss. Alright, I'm going to take some damage from this, but let's see what I get from this first. Choose a card next turn. Add 3 copies of that card into your hand. Maybe backstab then? That's kind of cool. 12 damage. I could basically kill them all if I went for that, but I would take quite a lot of damage doing it. So I'm not so sure. Although that does 12 damage basically to everything, and that just does 11 damage to one target. I think dagger spray. I'll take the thorns damage, but yeah, I gotta take the thorns damage no matter what. So I can activate the armor and then use the thingamajig. This is pretty sweet. Oh yeah, it's only 1 damage per attack this turn. It would have been better on next turn then. Intangible would have been insane on next turn. Most of them are going to be dead though. I think I'd rather put poison on this. This should kill them. The only downside is it leaves that one alive. But he can kill himself on me, so I could do 2 of these and then count and defend and that. I'm gonna apply weak. Or am I? 10 damage isn't that much. Oh, this guy has artifact, you can't poison him, you're right. But you need to burn through those artifacts. Maybe I do just go caltrops and that and have him... Piercing whale's always good anyway though. So you either go defend, which is kind of crappy, or just... Yeah, let's get the caltrops then. Although I've already got caltrops, so it's an extra 3 armor. It's 6 damage back. Ah. I might get a potion at the end of this, so I'm just going to use that crappier block. Well, that's not going to work. But you do what you can anyway. Because I can't do much else of anything else. Oh, he's going to kill himself as soon as he hits me once. And I'm going to not take any damage. Sweet! So I like how I'm teaching Flawless and High Rise how to play this game. They can benefit from my skill. At the end of your turn, retain up to 2 power cards. Well, that's good, doesn't it? Full health, final boss, tons of relics. What can go wrong? I haven't fought this boss. I haven't fought this boss before though. I've only done one of these bosses at this stage. It's a donut and a diamond. Envenom. Yes, please. I'm going to apply 3 weak on you. That's not going to work though. But you got to do what you got to do. I may as well use this, unless there's a specific time or point to use that on. Maybe they cast Fawns on them later on, so it might be worth using it now. I don't know. I'll wait onto that. This is the last boss, basically. Hey, we got poison going. We got one tick of poison, boys. Oh, yes. Doesn't my first ability work? So we want this. We want to retain this and just keep using this. Wait. That's at the end of your turn, though. You get to retain that card. So do I want to use this card is the question. When I can do these. And then have that for next turn. But then next turn I'm going to have other stuff to play. I think I just have to go for it. Focusing one down. One times two. Where's my artifact? Oh, I see. That's what the 1 times 2 is about. Next turn, draw X cards and gain X. That's not gonna... That's gotta... He's unblocked. It's actually probably better versus him to start applying poison. Okay. There's my piercing. That's gonna proc twice if I do that. Oh, I thought that would work twice. Was that not an attack? That must have been a skill. Ah, no. Oh, it needs to cost 2 or more. Right. Whew. That's way late. Draw 4 cards, discard 1 card. I'm not going to have enough energy to get that off there. No. The music's making me nervous. Oh, double caltrops. I'm always just shy of being able to use this, aren't I? So, can I kill you is the question. You got 71 health. There's no way I can do 71 damage. But the fawns. Ah, I can use you. So that's going to do 32 damage. No, it's not, because it's not. It's going to be 2 mana. Spreading the love with that poison. I wonder if they're both going to do an attack. Oh, intangible! I love you, baby. I love you. This guy's like basically dead. They're both basically dead. Keep those cards. Woo! We did it! 1 hour and 37! Whew. A deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the spire, the source of this haven? You prepare your daggers. Hata! 1020. I think last time I did 573 or whatever it was. The heart squirms and bleeds, but it ultimately is still pounding. Are your mightiest attacks not enough? You ask yourself, have I been here before? You feel like you've dealt 1,763 total damage. Ah, it was 763. So. And he still dies. Oh boy. There you go. 1,020 score. I don't exactly know what that means, but yeah, not bad. Pretty awesome, huh? Look what I unlocked. Shivs deal 3 additional damage. That's pretty cool. I didn't even show you the shivs. I didn't get the option for them. They start in your hand. They cost 0 mana and do 4 damage. But they exhaust. 1020 was the damage I dealt to the heart. 2. Yeah, it does your damage from your run. Alright, awesome. Alright, take care guys. Have a good one.